Tyson Fury's trainer Ben Davison has had an interesting insight into the reason why Anthony Joshua was dethroned by Andy Ruiz Jr. on June 1st. His statement was as follows: "It all comes back to what you're used to doing, what your body has been prepared to do, game plans, etc. I always say at this level it boils down to game plans, because if you're going to go in there with the wrong game plan, you can make an easy fight a hard fight. I feel like for Joshua, he hasn't got enough variability. I don't feel like he can adjust. I feel like for the last couple of fights, he's been caught between trying to box and fight. Sort of caught in between the two, rather than doing one of the two or having the fluidity to float between the two." He also went on to say he had a low left hand, jabbing from the hip. "I've never seen him train and jab like that from the hip. I could be wrong, but I've never seen that. I've always seen that he's been trained to punch from a certain hand placement. I've never seen him trained to shoot from a low, loose guard. If you are going to try something, don't try something on the night of a world title fight. It needs to be practiced in the gym. Your style has to adjust depending on who you're boxing. You need to be able to adjust your style at the top level, and he's been trained to do things in a certain way." So that is what Ben Davison had to say about Anthony Joshua's defeat to Andy Ruiz Jr. And he does go into more depth. I will leave a link in the description so you can go have a read of it yourselves. Now, personally, I do kind of agree with the fact that Anthony Joshua maybe was doing things that he doesn't normally do. He was trying new things, and I put that down to maybe he didn't train for Andy Ruiz. He didn't prepare enough for what Andy Ruiz could bring to the table. He went in there, that's why he was asking funny questions to Rob McCracken, because he didn't know what he was in there with. He didn't really know how to nullify the threat of Andy Ruiz, which is fast hands and getting on the inside, because he asked Rob McCracken what's he going to do now, and Rob McCracken said he's going to try and get on the inside. They should have known that, and they should have had a game plan in place to nullify that, but they didn't. So obviously they prepared for a boxing match. They wouldn't go in ill-prepared. Anthony Joshua, that is not his style. But I do not believe they fully prepared for Andy Ruiz. They didn't really know what they were in there with, and maybe they did overlook him slightly because there were talks of Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder fights. So perhaps maybe they did overlook the threat of Andy Ruiz. And they paid the price for it. Andy Ruiz came to perform, and he came to win the unified heavyweight titles, and he went home with them. But Anthony Joshua will not make the same mistake twice. I believe next time he will prepare accordingly to Andy Ruiz. Guys, what were your thoughts on Ben Davison's statements, and do you agree with them? Please drop your thoughts in the comments below, please like the video and subscribe for more content. Thank you guys.